am a Georgia native who served almost 12 years in the Army. I served on foreign soil in South Korea and Germany, jumped out of airplanes, threw hand grenades, and worked at the Pentagon. And I'm gay. I am but one of more than 33,000 gay and lesbian veterans who live in Georgia, according to a 2004 study by the Urban Institute. We volunteered to serve because we love our country. This quote from Jeff Cleghorn, former Army major who served in the military, shows how he was forced to keep his sexual orientation private while doing something extraordinarily good for our nation. It is high time for gays to be allowed to serve openly in the military, and this is why Ali and I affirm the resolution resolved that the United States government should immediately repeal the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy. Princeton's WordNet dictionary defines immediately as without delay or hesitation. This means our plan will include a repeal that will take effect right away and not be temporary. Since the revolutionary times, sodomy, sexual acts between homosexuals, was considered a criminal offense in the military. Later, in 1916, the United States explicitly prohibited homosexuality through an anti-sodomy provision in the Articles of War. However, the prohibition was more focused on eliminating homosexual behavior. Then, starting in World War II, psychiatric screening was used to test homosexuality because there was a shift towards eliminating gays and lesbians in the military, according to the psychologist Gregory Herrick. Under President Clinton's administration, the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy was enacted in 1993. Title 10, Section 654 of the U.S. Code prohibits openly gay, lesbian, or bisexual members to serve in the military and also restricts the military from asking about members' sexual orientation. This topic is very relevant because of a recent decision by Judge Virginia Phillips who declared DADT unconstitutional and ordered for an immediate repeal of the policy in October. There has also been growing support for the gay rights movement in recent years, and 75% of Americans favor allowing gays and lesbians to serve openly, according to CBS News. The immediate repeal of DADT will be a great stepping stone towards furthering the American ideals of equality and democracy. Today, Ali and I will convince you that because other countries have a more lenient military policy, military readiness will increase, and equal rights will be established. The Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy should be repealed immediately. First of all, many foreign countries allow homosexuals to openly serve in the military. More than 30 countries, including U.S. allies, Canada, Israel, and the United Kingdom, allow gays to serve openly. In addition, nearly all of the members of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization permit gay and lesbian servicemen and women in their militaries, according to the Global Post. This leaves only the United States and Turkey as the NATO countries that still ban homosexuals to serve openly. It also puts the U.S. on the same policy ground as countries like Pakistan, Iran, and North Korea. Countries that clearly prohibit homosexuals from serving in the military are mostly religiously conservative, which is not like the United States, or still see homosexuality as a crime punishable by death. America needs to modernize and meet the military standards of its allies by repealing this policy. Second, allowing homosexuals to openly serve in the military would not undermine unit cohesion as a negative might say. In fact, military readiness would increase abundantly. Numerous reports have shown that allowing open service for homosexuals has not been an issue in the military. For example, Canada went through a change in military policy in 1991 to allow gays to serve in public and no drastic consequences occurred. In a comprehensive study on Canada and its homosexuality in the military, Aaron Belkin, director of the Palm Center at the University of California, concluded that the change in policy had not led to any change in military performance, unit cohesion, or discipline. Currently, the military is in need of more servicemen and women to volunteer, especially during a time of war. The Service Members Legal Defense Network reports that since 1993, more than 13,000 gay and lesbian troops have been fired. Critical skill shortages such as Arabic linguists, fighter pilots, and doctors have been discharged solely because they were gay at a time when we need them most while fighting in Afghanistan. By repealing this policy, military efficiency would go up because those 13,000 plus soldiers would be able to serve as beneficial Army members. Additionally, other homosexual civilians would be expected to join the military because the need to keep their sexual orientation private would no longer be mandatory. Lastly, repealing Don't Ask, Don't Tell will establish equal rights for all in the military, without discrimination on sexual orientation. As Judge Phillips declared on September 9th, in Log Cabin Republicans versus the United States of America, the DADT policy is unconstitutional and violates the First and Fifth Amendments. If DADT is repealed, then there will finally be no discrimination on who is allowed to serve in the military. Anyone from any race, religion, or sexual orientation can serve openly for the country they love. No one will have to worry about losing their career or getting dishonorably discharged simply because they are gay. America was founded on the Declaration of Independence, which states that every person is created equal. Every person, not just heterosexuals, but gays and lesbians too. Homosexuals should be given their chance to serve proudly for the United States without being treated unequally. In conclusion, DADT is a policy whose time is up, and with our plan that includes immediate repeal, it is certain that our country will finally be able to reach democratic ideals even within the military. Vote for equality, vote affirmative.